One of the things I love about Lingua Latina by Hans Orberg is that it's a story, unlike most Latin books, which will bore you to tears with nothing but grammar, 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 and then piles of sentences you have to translate that are disjointed and have nothing to do with each other. Lingua Latina by Hans Orberg is a story. All right, I take my students through it every year, and you can find out more about it on my website. But there's a question in Chapter 21. It's question number 2 that often my students get wrong when they send it to me. When they send the answer to me. The question is, a quo Marcus posatus est? A quo means by whom. Marcus is the subject of the sentence, nominative case. So by whom is Marcus something? Posatus est is a verb, and it's a passive verb, and that's probably why my students are missing it all the time, because passive verbs are confusing for my students. A quo Marcus posatus est? By whom is Marcus hit? We'll come back to the Latin in just a minute. First of all, the answer in English, then we'll parse it, diagram it, and then head back over and translate it. Marcus, the subject of the sentence, nominative case, is hit. Is hit is a verb phrase. Hit is the main verb. Is a helping verb. By is a preposition. Who's doing it? Who's smacking down Marcus? Well, it's this kid named Sextus, another character in the story. They both go to school together. Marcus is hit by Sextus. By is a preposition. Sextus is the object of the preposition, and he is the agent. He is in the ablative case. This is actually called the ablative of agent in Latin. Simply means that this is the guy doing it, right? He's the agent, he's the actor, he's the mover, he's the shaker in this sentence. He's the smacker, as it turns out. All right, so let's start with a straight sentence or a straight line, and we'll diagram it. We have Marcus. Marcus is hit. The entire verb goes on that verb line. Who's doing the hitting? The agent goes down below the verb. Marcus is hit by Sextus. It's Sextus that's hitting Marcus. Marcus and Sextus got in a fight at school in chapter 21. Okay, so how do we answer this in Latin? That's the trick. This is where my students make their mistakes. So some of my students take the easy route, and this is the easy route, and they just say, oh, a sexto. It's actually correct. By Sextus. He's hit by Sextus. But let's spell it out a little bit more. So I would say that a good answer is Marcus is hit by Sextus, which was what we have right here. We know that a sextus is in the ablative case, which is why my students would write a sexto. But let's go ahead and add Marcus is hit as well. So we have Marcus a sexto. Marcus by Sextus. Now we need is hit, and it's super easy. All we got to do is drag the verb down that we had in the question. Marcus a sexto pulsatus est. Marcus is hit by Sextus. Now if you want to switch it and get out of the passive and instead go active with it, you can do that. You would say Marcus hit Sextus. No, other way around. Sextus hit Marcus. So you would just say Sextus, subject of the sentence, pulsat, he hit, and now we've got a subject and a verb, and we're about to add a direct object. Since this is a direct object, it needs to go into the accusative case. So we would say Sextus pulsat Marcum. We change Marcus's name to Marcum because it's in the accusative case. So both of those answers would work. Marcus a sexto pulsatus est or Sextus pulsat Marcum. If you want to learn more about my classes, if you want to join a class, if you want to read my story about how I learned Latin, how I taught myself Latin, then check out DwaneThomas.com. And while you're here, please don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends if they're struggling in Latin that, hey, Latin doesn't have to be that tough. There's help out there. I'll see you guys next time.